Hiya, and welcome back to Cienie, the game that teaches us that I will always follow David. I will always follow him. Anyways, let's just hop right in. I'll flip the light switch as we enter. I take off my jacket and shoes and see Otto doing the same. Hey, you don't have to. I don't want to dirty your place. Whatever, it's a mess already. Glance around the living room. Right, it's actually pretty clean now. Ugh, guess I really am tired. Whatever. I point Otto towards the sofa before going to the kitchen. Do you want something to drink? Water's fine. Grab 2 glasses and a bottle of water from the fridge. Pour some water into a glass for Otto and hand it to him. He sits down and takes a sip. Thanks. I pour one for myself. How'd your talk with Bernard go? Bernard said he'll help, though he isn't sure if he'll be able to cover the full sum. I see. I can give some of the money I got something so they back off. At least for now. Tom, but no, I don't want to hear it. Who knows what they're gonna do to you? I suppose. That brings me to my second point. There's this lawyer friend of mine who might be able to help you. Maybe you can avoid paying such a large sum of money. I avoid looking directly into his eyes. I know Jakub won't say anything about the nature of our relationship to Otto, but it still makes me nervous. Not to mention ashamed about what I had to do to help him. Tom, did you drag someone else into my problems? It's fine, it's his job anyway. I met him at my university. He's a fantastic lawyer. He'd be happy to help. You just gotta talk to him first if you're okay with that. Okay then, tomorrow? Sure, I'll tell him and set up a meeting for tomorrow. Otto was quiet for a moment, giving me a thoughtful look. You don't talk about your time at uni much. I chuckle and attempt to smile. Because it was boring. I wasn't good at lawyering. That's a lie. While Mom's disappearance was a big reason why I dropped out, Jakub's presence and the way he acted were also a part of it. He wanted more than I was able or willing to give. But maybe I'll tell you more some other time. About my place tomorrow? I mean, only if you want to, of course. As Otto's cheeks flush red, I can't help but burst into laughter. Wow! Damn smooth. Because, I thought maybe you could help me with the surprise welcome party for Anna. Oh. So she's coming back tomorrow? My mom said Anna planned to surprise us, but we can surprise her first. That's truly a devilish plan. Yep, I'm in. My smile fades when I realize I still need to ask him about what I found today. By the way... Yeah? I was researching about Koamino at the town hall and I found this. I take out the photo from my pocket and show it to him. Recognize anyone there? He cranes his neck down to peer at the photo, tilting his head slightly. This polar bear? Oh, he does kind of look like my uncle. That's funny, but it's hard to tell with how old this photo is. Hey, that's cool. I didn't know your family's Russian. Mom never mentioned anything about that, not that I asked. I'm pretty sure Anna and I were both born here. Dad is Polish and they met here in Sipnevo. I see. I proceed to stash the photo back into my pocket. I could ask Mom about it, or you could have told me at Gruberny Edgefedge. We could have asked my uncle there. Nah, don't sweat it. I'll just ask Marcus if he knows more on this. I'll still ask my mom. It's her brother, after all. Speaking of Koamino, I have to tell Otto about the wolf. Hell, maybe he'll even know more, but... Tom? Tomorrow. I can tell him tomorrow. There's no need to ruin the mood today. It's already been tiring enough. I'm okay. Anyway, I need to give you that money, I promise. Just wait here. Okay. Heading inside my room, I flip the switch and approach my desk. I open the drawer where I keep the money Jakub gave me, shuffling through a stack of documents. My heart begins to race as I slowly succumb to a daunting realization. The money isn't here. Wait, where the hell is it? I was damn sure that I put it in its exact drawer. Pull out every drawer from my desk, emptying its contents. Soon the whole room looks like a war zone, but I don't fucking care at this point. My breaths are becoming short and labored. Dad. No, he wouldn't. Slam my fist against the desk. Fuck! I hurl downstairs and go straight to Dad's bedroom, throwing the door open. In a fit of rage, I start tearing through every drawer and cabinet, throwing all his clothes and personal items to the ground. Like a deranged madman. Please, it has to be here somewhere! Nothing. Tom? Otto stands by the doorway, peeking inside. I pull myself up and sit down on the bed, my back hunched and aching. That worthless piece of shit stole the money I was supposed to give you! Who? Carol, Otto! My own fucking dad stole it from me! Grab a half-empty bottle of vodka from the table and raise it in the air. In a swift motion, Otto grabs my arm, and as I'm about to swing the bottle down hard onto the surface of the table. Tom, that's enough! Otto's words snap me back to my senses as he takes the bottle from my hand and puts it back. Stumble out of Dad's room feeling like a fool. Should have known better. Hey, it's fine. Don't worry about it, okay? Bernard said he'll help. You have nothing to worry about. But that'll take a few days. By then, the wolf will... They'll try to scare me. Once I tell them that I'll have the money soon, they'll wait. That's not good at all. That's just fucking... If something happened to you, I'd never forgive myself, Otto. You are... Well, I mean, that's one way to shut us the hell up. Otto grabs me by my shoulder. Before I know what's happening, his lips are touching. Despite my mind trying to rationalize what's happening, I decide to listen to my heart for once and close my eyes, letting the moment take over. I press my mouth harder into his and our lips interlock like matching jigsaw puzzles. For a brief second, I feel something that makes the fur on the back of my neck stand. What's this wet thing? His tongue? Where did Otto learn how to kiss like this? It feels so wrong, but... so right at the same time. Awkward, but comforting. I can feel his heart pounding close to my chest, beating just as fast as mine. Let the warmth of his fur melt my anxiety away, his damp breath sweating my whiskers. Hold his plump cheeks, running my fingers through his side tufts. His hand squeezes my shoulder gently, though he's trembling slightly. It's kind of cute and endearing. Dom, I'm back with Marcus. Could you... Oh. Shit. Otto lets me go, looking terribly flustered. See you later, Tom. Wait! Marcus, why the fuck is your tail wagging? Otto quickly hops into his shoes. His soul's not even properly in as he shuffles away to the exit. Try to call after him, but he quickly disappears into the night. With the bear gone, I focus my attention on my father, clenching my fists. Dad? Yes, Tom? Did you take my money? What money? Clench my fist and bash it against the table. The glasses on it shake violently. For fuck's sake, stop playing dumb! Marcus and Dad's mouths go agape as they're taken aback by my outburst. Marcus steps aside and folds his arms on his chest. Tom. What? I throw Marcus a sharp glare. He immediately turns mum. I did not take your money. I roll my eyes, shaking my hand as the pain finally registers. Ugh, at least have the decency to admit to it. Tom, I swear I didn't take your money. I was out working the whole day. You? Working? He actually looks hurt. Turn away from him, taking a deep breath. Tom, when was the last time you saw it? I came home just after visiting your office. I was still there when I checked. Your father had gone to work before he arrived at my office. I was the one who drove him there today. Marcus lights himself a cigarette before waving the pack to Dad, who wordlessly shakes his head. Marcus simply nods. Was it the money from the case? No, it wasn't. It was money I saved up to help Otto. I put it in my desk drawer and went to meet up with David after. I swear I've never snuck into your room. Squint at him, my chest growing tighter the more I look at him. Can't deny one thing, his alibi checks out. Let my whole weight sink into the couch as my chest deflates in defeat. Then what? Don't tell me it just magically disappeared. Maybe you misremember replaced it. You do look tired. I'm not... Whatever, can you help me look for it, please? Marcus nods with a smile. Hey, Carol, do you have an ashtray? Under the coffee table. I'll make us something warm to drink. It's been a cold day. Sure. I enter my room. Marcus scans around the huge mess I've made. Wow, I'd be surprised if you can find anything here. Really, Marcus? I know. He lets out a slight chuckle. Let's start with the drawers. After that, we can move on to the rest of the room. Okay. We both pull out the drawers on each side of the desk. Try to remain calm, but the frustration slowly builds up again. Finding nothing, I smash the drawer back into the desk. Calm down, it's gonna be okay. Stop saying that! It doesn't help. Sad smile tugs at Marcus's mouth, but he stays focused on searching. I sigh. Acting up like a toddler doesn't help anything either. Sorry, it's just Otto is in trouble, and hey, it's okay. If Otto's in trouble, I'll gladly help too. He glances at me, shooting me a wink before going back to searching the drawers. Bitch! God, I must be insufferable right now. Sorry. It's fine. You've been through a lot in a short span of time. That's not an excuse. I'm just sorry. Well, in that case, I accept the apology. Let's put our detective caps on and solve this, shall we? I take a deep breath before exhaling slowly. My paw turns sweaty as I begin to pull the last drawer. Please be here, please. Nothing on my end. What about yours? I don't utter a response. Instead, I take out all the papers inside the drawer and place them on the desk. After sifting through every page, my joints lock in place. What's wrong? Tom? They're gone. What is? My notes on Camille. They're gone too. I jolt upright, my eyes darting toward the bed before shifting to the window. And then I see it. The window hinge looks horribly crooked. Marcus spots it too. My blood runs cold, my pulse quickens. Nearly jump when Marcus's firm paw clasps my shoulder. A break-in? The weight of his words makes it all real. This isn't my imagination. Camille's silhouette flashes through my mind, standing there. Just like that night he followed me here. Marcus then spots something wedged between the window frame and a glass, a note. Marcus carefully pulls it free and reads it aloud. Find them. It can't be. Camille? I blink at him, knowing he's right, but with no idea what to say. That changes things. We assumed he had no ill intentions toward you. But this? Marcus pulls out his phone. Are you calling the police? Yes. If the police get involved, they're going to make things worse. Like what they've done to every case on their hands. Like what they did with Mom's. Shaking my head, I grasp at his hand holding the phone. I feel like Camille wants me to see something. Find someone? I don't know what any of that means, but what I know is that the police would only make things worse. But it's too dangerous for you to fend him off without any help. I can't stand by it. I'm sorry, Tom. Damn it, Marcus! You know they botched the investigation of Mom's disappearance. Please! He lets out a sigh, rubbing his temple before stashing his phone away as I pull my hand back. I won't involve the whole department, but I'll be meeting with Igor tomorrow so I can tell him about what transpired here and we'll decide how to proceed. Fuck! Fine then. Stare down at the note. I know Marcus is right. It'd be safer if the cops at least knew what happened here. But I don't want them snooping around my room, or posting a damn watch party outside my house. Sighing, I sit on the edge of my bed and bury my face in my hands, pressing my fingers against my eyes. The mattress shifts as Marcus sits down beside me. Hey, we're gonna sort this out together, okay? It's okay, Marcus. I'm fine. Thanks. That's when I realize my cheek is damp. Can't explain why. I don't even feel anything. Even so, my vision begins to blur. All I can see are the tears trickling onto my lap, one after another like a leaking faucet. I quickly wipe my eyes as I try to pull myself together. Oh, kitty. Marcus promptly pulls me closer, wrapping his arms around me in a tight embrace. My face presses against his chest. And that's all it takes for the fragile facade I've been holding up to shatter. I let go, sobbing uncontrollably. Why is everything going to shit? My voice is raspy and I feel a lump in my throat as I try to speak. Like, whatever I do, never fucking matters. No, Tom, I know you're trying your hardest. I'm so tired of this. Scared. Actually, fucking scared. I just want my mom to Marcus. I know, Tom. I know. He doesn't say anything else, but he doesn't need to. Just knowing he's here is enough. No matter how angry I am at him, I need him to stay. I don't want to be alone. Especially when my mind is going a mile a minute. I'd like to believe that Camille is actually innocent, but based on the way he approached me and what he did, I'm not so sure anymore. The room falls silent except for the sound of the wind billowing the curtain behind me. Marcus keeps holding me as he gently pats my back. We stay like this for a while. I don't know how long I've been crying. Eventually, it all starts to fade. Ouch. The sobbing eventually stops. I glance down at Tom. His hiccup-laden breaths have slowed, settling into a steady rhythm. Oh, he's fallen asleep in my arms. I shift, careful not to wake him as I ease him onto the bed. After shutting and locking the window, I tuck him under a thick blanket. Once I'm sure he's comfortable, I switch off the lights, quietly step out of his room and head downstairs. Glance down on my shirt and see the fabric damp with his tears. With a sigh, I pull out my handkerchief and dab at the stain. Poor kid, he's been through so much and things just keep piling up. There's no easy way to say it. He's looked like hell ever since he started digging into Camille's case. I just hope that even with the little amount of sleep he's getting, he wakes up feeling at least slightly better.
Everything alright?
Yeah, Tom's finally asleep.
Must have been exhausted just pass out like that.
Yeah, but there's something else. Kroll's ears perk up. I think Camille broke into your house.
The suspect the cops have been searching for? When?
Probably after you and Tom left the house.
Then we should call the police.
I already suggested that to him, but he refused. Kroll clenches his jaw, his hand resting on his waist.
That doesn't make any sense.
He doesn't trust them, not after they botched Ava's disappearance case. I'll talk to a friend of mine, they'll keep an eye on your house, without making it too obvious. Kroll clenches his jaw, seemingly about to argue before changing his mind. He finally nods.
I see, if that's what Tom wants.
Watch as Kroll turns away, his arms wrapping around himself. Fuck, I knew he'd get himself into trouble helping you. Sorry, I didn't mean to.
It's fine, Marcus, I didn't mean to play the blame game. I'll trust my son on this instead.
Kroll is much more composed and level-headed when he's sober. A stark contrast to his usual state.
But please, take care of him.
Kroll looks at me with a pained stare. I reply with a firm nod. I'll do my best. I take a seat at the kitchen table. Noticing 3 mugs of tea already waiting, I take a quick sip. Warmth settles in my chest, urging me to reach for another cigarette.
Listen, about the...
He gestures towards the freshly earned scratch.
I wish I had handled that better.
That would definitely help. Smirk as I take another sip.
I'm glad Tom has you.
Nothing stopping you from being in his life too, Kroll. He sighs, finally sitting down across from me, his hands wrapped tightly around his warm mug.
I just don't know how. I've never been great with him, you know? Wish I'd been more present when he was younger.
But you're here now, it's not too late. You two can still figure things out. Kroll groans.
You don't know how much I've tried.
Tom likes to think he's good at hiding his feelings, but when he tries, he just gets distant, dismissive.
Yeah, I think I'm the reason he's like that. Always stuck dealing with his deadbeat dad.
I exhale through my nose and pull out a cigarette, then offer one to Kroll. This time he takes it. I've never raised a kid, so I can't pretend to know what that's like. We sit in silence for a while, sharing quiet drags of our cigarettes between sips of tea.
I'm sorry, Kroll. I don't have an answer to any of this. Fuck's sake, I knew I was relying too much on Ava to be there for him. Now that she's gone...
Word seems to get stuck in his throat. Hey, yo. And now Tom needs you more than ever, someone who'll stand by him. And that's between you and him.
Yeah, I know.
Kroll doesn't say anything else, he just stares off into the distance. I don't know how to move forward from here. He and I never got along. And yet here we are, both worried for Tom. We've been acting like damn kids and just making things harder on him. Maybe I should engage in some small talk.
So, enjoying your new job? Oh, you can tell.
Seemed really happy when I picked you up from work. He chuckles, scratching the back of his neck as his gaze wanders around the kitchen.
I suppose. The pay is decent and it's just outside of town.
So what exactly do you do there?
Security, just guarding the area. Some rich businessman is plotting to use the land for something. Fancy fella, expensive suits, watch, seems religious.
He's not reading you sermons, is he?
No, just had a cross over his fancy shirt.
Could just be some gangster. We both laugh. Oh! Oh no! Oh no! We know exactly who it is. It's those fuckers in Coamino. Honestly, Kroll and Marcus should make out. Realize how late it's getting as a yawn escapes me. I should go.
It is really late.
Thanks for the tea. I really hope you and Tom can work things out.
I'll try.
Kroll's gaze turns thoughtful.
Honestly, I wouldn't mind if you were to visit more often.
Yeah, the loan sharks. I nearly choke on my tea, coughing.
What? I know it's weird coming from me, but I could really use your help.
I mean, I guess I could come by early in the morning. I need to talk to Tom about work anyway.
That's fine. Also, if you want, you can crash in the guest room for the night.
You sure?
Yeah.
His offer takes me by surprise, but I rub my snout, pretending to consider his offer deeply. Not gonna lie, I'm sick of sleeping on the sofa. I'll take it.
That sofa I crashed on yesterday? Use that as your bed?
Yeah, can fit a proper bed in the office.
Huh. I see.
Kroll stands up, stretching his back before heading upstairs.
I'll get the room ready.
I nod and finish up my tea. Part of me wonders why Kroll would make this offer. Maybe he thinks the talk with Tom will go better if I'm there. But honestly, I'm grateful for it. My back and neck will thank me for a real bed. After a few minutes, Kroll comes back and hands me a towel.
For the morning, in case you want to freshen up. Appreciate it. I'm heading to bed. Good night. Good night.
Kroll double checks that the front door is locked before stepping into the bathroom. It feels strange being here as a guest. With Ava gone, the house feels different. She was the only one who ever invited me over whenever I was having a rough time. Even when Kroll was against it. Now the man himself is offering me a place to stay. As I climb the stairs, it feels like something heavy is lifted off me, but at the same time, something else weighs me down. Every step is exhausting. I reach the guest room next to Tom's. The bed is neatly made, but the rest of the room looks like it hasn't been touched in years. Dust clings to almost every surface. It's just for the night. I lie down staring at the ceiling, lost between thinking about everything and nothing. I toss and turn, trying to find a comfortable position. Thoughts of what transpired earlier keep me awake for longer. The pictures I found would suggest that Camille's been obsessed with Tom, but I still can't figure out why that'd be. His declining mental state definitely plays a role in this, not to mention how weird he's been acting when communicating with Tom. The way his own words are always some riddle. Not to mention the break-in and him stealing Tom's money. I need to find him, and soon. With that thought, I finally let my body succumb to the weight of sleep. It was definitely a bizarre sight when I went downstairs this morning. Seeing Marcus and my dad eating toast together wasn't on my bingo card. Dad's never been a morning person either. But I'm not complaining, it's better than the two of them fighting. Marcus then offered to give me a ride when I said I was heading to Otto's house. And now here I am, in his car as he drums his fingers on the steering wheel to the tune of the morning radio. Before suddenly turning it off.
Oh, before I forget.
Reaches into his wallet and takes out an amount of bills.
Here, it should be about 500.
What?
Take it.
He presses the cash into my paws. Marcus,
Don't worry, it's all yours.
I stare down at the money I'm holding. 5 100 zloty notes in total. Pretty sure that's zloty. Zwota. 5 100 Zwota notes in total. You don't have to do this, though.
I know it's a small part of the money you lost, but at least you can help your friend out. Plus, as your boss, I'm partly to blame. Perhaps if I didn't involve you in Camille's investigation, you wouldn't have...
My instinct takes over as I lunge towards Marcus for a hug. The car jerks slightly before he regains control.
Whoa, careful, I'm driving here.
Quickly let go, settling back into my seat. Whoops, sorry, but thanks. He's our boss and second dad. I read somewhere the worst part of having gay dads is double the amount of dad jokes. And walking in on their self-care. Which is skincare. Like, the amount of skincare is impressive. Yeah. Dad jokes 24/7 and non-stop skincare. Whoops, sorry, but thanks. Marcus's tail begins to wag, thumping the backrest. I can't help but smile. The conversation fades for a moment as I think back to what happened at home today. Wow. Can't believe Dad let you stay over for the night.
Yeah, that surprised me too.
That is so unlike him.
Yeah, I guess people can change.
I know someone else who could stand to change some habits. Point at the unlit cigarette placed firmly between his lips as he's about to light it. Ha! Marcus grunts before spitting out the cigarette and tucking it back into his breast pocket.
You win this time, kiddo.
I pump my fist in celebration.
Anyway, speaking of Kroll, I haven't told you about what happened to my...
That's fine, Dad told me. You guys are so immature sometimes.
Yeah, but you should know that we were just trying to do what's best for you.
Oh my god. Aliash was right. I do have 2 dads now.
So, how was the investigation yesterday?
Oh, I was going to tell you all about it before what happened last night. I got Daria to talk to me. She admitted that she and Camille knew each other. In fact, they were in a relationship.
Oh, and how did you manage to get her to tell you?
We had to pull her aside to the back alley of the restaurant where there was no one around so she could open up. Raymond helped.
Smart thinking. Anything else?
Take a few seconds to recall the way she acted. Also, I think somebody's stalking her.
You sure?
She told me that she felt like somebody was following her.
Following her? That's probably Camille then.
I'm not so sure. She seemed pretty scared about it. And she didn't give me the impression that she was afraid of Camille or that he'd hurt her. She seemed more concerned for him.
That would explain why she was so scared when I approached her. That makes sense now. Good work, Tom.
Psh, it was nothing.
Marcus falls silent. I can tell the gears in his head are turning. So I haven't told him about us actually going to Coamino. And I'm not sure I want to until I have something useful, but I still need his help.
By the way, I went to the town hall to investigate about Coamino's history.
Why are you interested in Coamino's history?
Thought it'd be related to the case about the missing students since they were planning to visit the place.
Marcus frowns before nodding. Makes sense.
Found this while I was looking through some files.
Quickly send him the picture we found at the town hall. Marcus flips out his phone and stares at the image for a few seconds. This bear does look like Bernard, if that's what you're thinking.
Right? Mind asking him about it?
This photo seems ancient. Coamino already looked abandoned when I got here.
But you'll still help me out, right?
There's a lot of unsorted files in the office, and you're expecting me to do this pro bono.
Okay, fine. I'll come to your office twice a week just to help you sort them out. Deal?
Dumbest looking grin lights up in Marcus's face. Deal. After a gentle right swerve, our car arrives on an off-road section with sparse housings, right next to Otto's. We're here.
Neat.
I step out of the car and close the door. Marcus then immediately rolls down the window. By the way, you still haven't told me why you're going to Otto's house instead of your usual workplace.
Nah, it's top secret.
Let me guess, you're throwing on a surprise party?
What? How did you?
Well, Anna did say she went to the Occult Fest, and that event ended yesterday, so if you put two and two together...
Okay, fine. Just don't tell her if you run into her. Bye, Marcus.
Marcus makes a zipping gesture across his lip. Don't worry, I won't barge into your boys' business again.
My cheeks instantly flush. Of course he saw Otto and I... Ugh, just leave already.
Chuckling loudly, Marcus speeds off. Can't believe you reminded me of last night. With everything that happened after, I was barely thinking about it myself. Of course, I'll need to talk about that with Otto himself. Walk up to Otto's front door and press the doorbell. Hey, Tom, thanks for coming. Come on in. Yesterday he tried to eat my face. Now he's acting so formal. Hot.
Thanks.
Otto's place is a small and cozy dwelling located close to the lumber mill where he works. Make yourself comfortable. A bit of a mess, but we've put up the balloons and banner. It'll look super festive. Oh yeah, Anna said they'll be here in the early evening, so we got plenty of time to finish up decorating. Do you mind helping?
That's why I'm here.
Neat. Right, let's fix that banner. Otto proceeds to place 2 chairs on opposite sides of the wall and climbs up on one of them. Okay, Tom, climb on that chair and grab the other end of the banner and help me prop this up nicely. I nod and follow his instructions. Just a scoosh to the right, a bit higher. I can hear every word he says, but it's hard to focus with my mind wandering back to last night again and again. Tom? Is everything okay? Still don't answer him as I climb down from the chair and sit on it instead. Otto follows suit, looking puzzled.
Hey, Otto.
Yeah?
Can I ask you something?
Sure.
Why did you kiss me last night?
Kiss? Oh yeah, that was stupid of me. It was a mistake, I shouldn't have done that.
Why did you do it, though?
Because I saw you looking so hurt trying to help me, and I thought...
Kissing me would make me feel better? Well, I mean, it did, but...
No, I wasn't even thinking straight. Tom, I'm sorry. Of course you weren't thinking straight, kissing a guy.
You were thinking gay! And you sprint away like a cheetah when my dad walked in on us.
I panicked, okay?
I let out a huff. For fuck's sake, Otto, if you're gonna do something like that, at least be able to say why. I'm gonna ask you one more question, and I want you to be honest with me. Do you have feelings for me?
You're a good friend, and I...
Just answer the...
I do!
Is the game going to force me to take Otto's route whether I like it or not? Is it going to force me to be with Otto whether I like it or not? I'm not complaining, just is it going to? Granted, I say that as if I haven't done the same exact thing with my games. Aww. No makeout session with David. Sad. Wait a minute. You said it's a mostly linear game? That means there's a chance for a Otto x David x Tom. It's probably not going to happen, but you never know. You never know. It could happen. My toxic yaoi hope could be true. My Delulu could be true, Lulu. Exactly. It might not happen, but the chance isn't zero. Also, Otto's a bottom, I can just tell. Ever since we became friends, I thought it was just a funny feeling that I'd grow out of eventually. I thought as much. But I didn't, and I was scared of letting everyone down if I came out to them. I put my hand on his shoulder. I think everyone close to you already figured out your preference. Besides, Anna did come out to your parents, and that turned out fine. Yeah, but by then my parents already assumed that I'd end up marrying a woman and inheriting the family business. Okay, so maybe everyone except your parents. But if they knew the truth, I feel they'd never think any less of you. As a matter of fact, I think they'd be happy for you. A sad smile forms on his face before he turns around and picks up some balloons rolling on the floor. Anyway, we need to tie these balloons together. I give him a smile. Sure, let me help. The conversation peters out as we focus on tying the balloons. I'm glad he finally confessed with his own words, but I'm unsure how to handle it from now on. So, David's back, huh? Mm-hmm. That's nice. Why? Well, you two used to be really close. I give him a sideways glance. Is this why he finally decided to make a move? Yeah, it's a different story now. But you still like him, don't you? Raise an eyebrow at Otto, unsure if I should feel amused or annoyed right now. Would you be jealous if I said so? Otto slowly nods. Given how much you've kowtowed to your family wishes, you can be quite selfish yourself. He blushes as he looks away, silent. Honestly, I feel irritated that he simply ran away after the kiss. At least you finally have the balls to go after what you want. As for David, he is a complicated issue. It's hard to say at this point. He did ghost me for 6 years. Maybe he'll finally get his shit together and won't leave his friends behind again. I see. Well, either way, it's okay if you don't feel the same way. I get it. Well, we did have a proper snog before my dad walked in. Didn't realize you're such a good kisser. Where did you learn that? You know what? Don't tell me. Okay. Otto averts his gaze, looking down, but I catch the slow curl of a smile forming. It's subtle, almost hesitant, but unmistakable. Perhaps he's glad that he's finally opened up about his feelings. But if I were to reciprocate those feelings, I must also be honest to him about Jakub. Otherwise, I don't know if things would ever work out between us. That's big. Do you know how big an apple is? We have to be honest with him. We have to be honest with him. Otto. Yeah? Can I be honest with you as well? His eyebrows raise slightly as he takes some time to respond. Sure. About the money that I was supposed to give you, I haven't told you how I got it in the first place. I don't know what he'll think of me, but it's too late to turn back now. Remember the lawyer I told you about? The one I said can help you? Mm-hmm. I met him when I was at my university. His name is Jakub. We dated for a bit until I found out at the time he was already married to a woman. When I confronted him about it, he explained that his marriage had turned stale, and he already knew that his wife had also been cheating on him. But they stayed married anyway to keep up the appearance of a well-off family. After uni, I was going to cut him off for good. But he managed to convince me that we should keep having hookups and offered me a large sum of money each time. And everything turned to shit after my mom disappeared and my dad became an alcoholic, and that's why he keeps creeping back into my life. Every time I'm in a pinch, I keep crawling back to him. I take some time to mince my words, but I'm struggling to carry on. I can only stare into his glassy eyes. So, the money you got was after you met him? I'm sorry, you probably think I'm such a whore now. No, Tom, I will never judge you for this. But if I knew you were going to do this, I would have stopped you. You needed the money! Otto gets close and sits next to me, grasping my knee. Don't worry about it, Tom. Sorry that I dragged you into this, though. Feels good to finally get something off my chest about Jakub. I guess I never really expected Otto to judge me for it. He's not that kind of person. Still. So, now that you know who Jakub is, do you still want to meet him today? Otto looks around the living room, especially at the half-hanging banner. Maybe not today. We need to prepare for Anna's party. Ah, you're right. How about this? Take out my phone and send Otto a text. His phone buzzes in his pocket and he pulls it out. I've sent you Jakub's number. Just tell him you're my friend and that I gave it to you. You two can set up a meeting on your own. Okay, but won't you come along? Well, if you insist. Yes, please, if you don't mind. Sure, just let me know when you're meeting and I'll try to be there. Thanks. I'm not gonna lie. I'm kind of nervous about meeting him. Hey, relax. I don't think he'll do anything to you. As much as he likes to mess around, he keeps things professional with his legal clients. Ah, I see. Did you just say that Otto would eat him? Oh, wait, no. Never mind. Like, Bird, you said that, and my first thought was, would Otto eat a mayonnaise sandwich? Then I realized that he's not American. No, I think he's too European for mayonnaise sandwiches. Like, just mayonnaise on bread. I think Otto is too European for that. I see. Plus, I don't think you're his type. Oh, then what is his type? Oh, I get it. Otto's phone buzzes again and he picks up the call. Hey, Mom. Oh, thanks, Mom. Yeah, we'll be on our way soon. Otto hangs up. Mom called about the cake. It's ready, so we need to pick it up. What about the balloons? Those can wait. Let's go catch the bus. Oh, I almost forgot that you already sold your car. Oh, white boy, go. My morning has been slow, like my thoughts, heavy and drifting. Okay, Batman. And at times like this, I again find myself thinking about him. He had always been dedicated to his profession, always holding fast to the belief that people could be saved. And yet, the ringing telephone jolts me from my daydream, pulling me back into my dusty office. The scent of burnt coffee lingers mixed with strong tobacco. I shake my head trying to dispel the heavy thoughts before reaching for the receiver. Tisco and Waldner Detective Agency. Familiar voice crackles through the line. Hello, Marcus. I straighten up in my chair, ears perked. Oh, Igor? Yep, how's the investigation coming along? Glance at the stack of notes sprawled across my desk. The pieces of the puzzle still scattered. Slowly but surely. Well, here's something that might interest you. My ears twitch at his words. A lead? We figured out who the owner of the license plate is. Grab my pen, ready to jot down the details. Oh, who's the owner? Well, it's not a person. The car is registered under a company. A company? That complicates things. Interesting. Have you heard about Fortis Security? Quickly scribble the name on my notepad, underlining it twice. Did your men do a background check on the company? Yeah, their records check out. Nothing out of the ordinary. I clasp my hands together, resting my chin on the thumbs as I start to ponder. Why would a security company be after Otto? Is money involved? If so, was the stolen money meant to pay off Otto's debt to them? The thoughts swirl in my head, but without more information, it's just mere guesswork. I see. Thanks for the tidbit, Igor. Sure thing. That aside, there's something I need to report to you. Igor is silent, waiting for me to elaborate. There was a break-in at Tom's house. Some money was stolen from his bedroom, and we suspect it was Camille. What? What makes you say that? We found a taunting note he left behind. I'll order one of our teams to go to Mr. Tisco's residence, and... No, don't involve your whole team. Tom was against it. I just need someone you personally trust to stay guard at their house. Well, in that case, I'll ask one of the new transfers to be on the lookout. Do you trust him? Well, he has a good track record, top of his class in tactical training, fluent in both Russian and German. Recommended by the KSP Warsaw Met, who have been keeping an eye on him for bigger roles. But do you trust him, though? Oh, yeah, I trust him. He won't disappoint. Then it is fine I ask that he be stationed at the Tisco's residence? Oh, yeah, definitely. I'll brief him myself. Thanks for your help, Igor, and do it covertly. I know. On that note, didn't you also ask for my help to interrogate Marcin? I leaned back, rubbing my temple. Right. We should get on that. But I gotta meet someone first. I should be free in a couple hours. Well, in that case, meet me at the police station at 2 o'clock. We'll head to his house together. Just like old times, eh? What the hell is going on? Horrible. Yeah, that's coming from the Mac. Let me just mute that real quick. Just like old times, eh? Igor chuckles over my comment. Who's gonna be the good cop this time? Haven't made up my mind yet, we'll see. See you later then, Marcus. Later, Igor. Let a slow exhale, rubbing the bridge of my muzzle. Tom could probably tell me more about the company, but if I prod too much, he'll shut me out for sure. For now, it's time to meet an old friend. Drive to Bernard's house doesn't take long. About 15 minutes later, I pull into his driveway. I step out of the car and walk up to his front door. Bernard, it's me, Marcus. Wait a moment, no answer. I knock and call his name out again. Same result. That's my watch. 1 o'clock. Alright, he's usually in his backyard around this time doing some gardening. Circle around the house, following the narrow pavement towards the back. And just as I predicted, there's Bernard, crouched near a flower bed, gardening fork in hand. Good afternoon, Bernard. Bernard turns at the sound of my voice. Marcus, didn't expect you to be checking up on me in this hour. Sorry for coming on such short notice. I tried knocking on your front door, but then I realized I'd find you here. No worries, I don't mind having visitors from time to time. Shame to have this lovely garden with no one to show it to, you know? He points at a picnic table next to me. Did you hand me that knife over there? I do as he asked. Here. Thanks, pup. Promptly stands up and walks to another garden bed before crouching down again. Come, just careful not to step on those roses. I've been tending them for months now. Bernard. I proceed to navigate between the rows of flowers, lightly stepping on the grass as if I were on a tightrope, before kneeling next to him. Here. Bernard holds out 2 ripe-looking strawberries. With the knife in his hand, he delicately peels away their stems and skin, revealing the glistening red flesh underneath. He hands one to me. Cheers. Sweet, though I don't mind eating it with the skin. Tastes better this way. You've always had such a green thumb. Bernard chuckles, shaking his head. Well, you could say it's second nature to me. Ha, good one. I knew you'd appreciate it. Bernard stabs the gardening fork into the soil and stands up. I follow suit, stretching my legs. So what's the bad news this time? No bad news. Yet. Well, Bernard audibly sighs, cutting me off. I know you only come here if it's about some investigation. I mean, yeah, but I wouldn't mind a drink while we're at it. Bernard's expression softens at my suggestion. Just wait for me at the gazebo. Mom, we're here.
Just a second. Otto, Tomek, it's so nice to see you both again.
I'm greeted with the customary hug that the Ogińskis always offer their guests.
Come on in.
Thanks, Mrs. Ogiński. Otto and I head into the living room, setting down the things we bought next to the couch before sitting down on it.
The cake's all done. I just need to put it in a nice, pretty box.
Take your time, Mrs. Ogiński. She heads to the kitchen, leaving just the 2 of us. We don't exchange many words, just a few glances. I've always had a feeling that Otto gets a little nervous when I visit his parents' house. Honestly, I feel right at home. Hello, boys. Dad, please don't throw anything at us. Oh. You don't want Mom to scold you again, right? That was the sound of him dropping a ball. He just dropped a ball. Right. Good afternoon, Mr. Ogiński. Oh, hey there, Tom. Out shopping. We got what we needed. Ah, good. You boys seem to have so much fun. If only I could say the same for myself. Mr. Ogiński sighs, casting a despondent gaze at the floor. Dad, what's wrong? Otto stands up and walks over to him. He then picks up the basketball that fell next to the wheelchair. No, Otto. I'm fine. It's just... Kinda miss my more active days, you know? It'd be nice to shoot hoops again. Well, there's a basketball hoop outside, no? Nah, it got crooked and fell off. Is that why you've been throwing basketballs in the house? Otto's dad sighs again. It'd help if I could practice my throws outside. Well, I can help you fix it, Dad. Now that's my boy. Come here, champ. Otto's dad is the embodiment of "Are you winning, son?" Yanks Otto's arm and starts tussling his hair. Alright, enough, Dad. Otto frees himself from his dad's grip and turns to me. Is it alright if I help my dad out, Tom? It shouldn't take more than half an hour, I think. It's all good. Otto pushes his dad's wheelchair out of the living room, heading towards the porch. A few minutes later, Otto's mom returns with a box of fruitcake, its sweet aroma filling the air. Ah, that smells nice. Thanks for making the cake for Anna's surprise party. Oh, it's my pleasure. It's been a while since I last saw her girlfriend, but I'll let you kids have fun first. She sets the box on the table and sits next to me. Oh, where's Otto? He's helping Mr. Ogiński out on the porch. He's definitely fixing the basketball hoop again! Mrs. Ogiński crosses her arms. His father never knew when to stop playing once he got into it. Well, at least he'll be throwing it outside the house. Her shoulders eventually droop into a more relaxed position and she gives me a smile. Ah, you're right, Tomek. So what will you guys be doing tonight? I don't know, probably a lot of eating, drinking, talking, sure you guys will have fun regardless. Mrs. Ogiński focuses on the television as a conversation peters out. Now that I was helping his dad, leaving just the two of us, this could be my chance to ask her about the photo. Actually... Her ears perk up. She grabs the remote to mute the TV volume. Could you look at this photo I have? Oh, sure, sweetheart. Hand her the photograph. Her eyes dart across it, but for a moment, her gaze locks onto someone and her pupils dilate. She bites her lower lip. Before I can make any further judgment, her expression quickly relaxes. What's with this photo? I found it while I was investigating something. I thought the polar bear looked like old Bernard. She looks at the bear again before shrugging. Oh, you think he looks like my brother? I don't think so. Oh. In fact, when he was young, his hair was actually brunette. I see. Thanks, Mrs. Ogiński. You're welcome, Tomek. And odd, she smiles and hands the photo back to me. Despite what she said, I still feel like the photo triggered something in her memory. I mean, she said it wasn't Bernard, but she definitely recognized someone in there. Right? Bernard soon returns from his house carrying a pail of ice and a bottle of whiskey. He plops a few ice cubes into 2 shot glasses and pours the drink. We clink our glasses together before taking a sip. Wow, that takes me back. Hibiki Suntory whiskey, your favorite. I almost forgot how good it tasted. Guess I've been ruining my palate with cheap beers. Remember your first night in Sipnevo? That was the drink I served you. Yeah, the first night here was difficult. Difficult is an understatement. I barely knew anyone in this town except for Ava, but Bernard helped me more than I care to admit. Well, you usually open up after a few shots, don't you? Put down my glass and take a deep breath. I guess I just needed someone to listen. Just listen? I narrow my eyes at him. He sounds casual, but it almost feels like he's prodding me. Try to maintain my composure, even if Bernard suddenly dredging up the past slightly irks me. Sorry, I was at my lowest at that time. Nah, don't beat yourself up, pup. I get it. Didn't dwell on it too much. You sure? You seem off whenever we meet nowadays. Short sigh escapes his mouth before a little smile forms at his lips. Maybe I missed some of that. But hey, I'm glad you're doing much better now. A heavy mood seems to settle over us as we fall silent. Bernard swirls his drink before taking another sip. Enough walking down memory lane, what's your business? Oh, just, could you take a look at this? Bernard puts on his glasses and squints at my phone screen. Recognize anyone? As he scans each face, he eventually stops at one. You think that polar bear's me? Well, is it? Bernard shrugs with a nonchalant nod. So, what were you doing in Koamino? Nothing exciting. I got called in by the military during the Russian occupation. Just to help maintain the peace. Fix this, clean that, fetch whatever they needed. I didn't know you were Russian. What makes you say that? The uniform you were wearing in the photo has a Russian flag on it. I'm a Pole, born and raised. Ask any old local here, they can vouch for me. Everyone wore that thing there, Russian or not. Didn't treat me like one of their own, believe me. But I had to pick up some Russian while I was there. I was mostly acting as an interpreter between the troops and some local Poles they brought in. I thought they didn't let any locals into the area. Huh. No, nobody taking a casual stroll, that's for sure. But they needed local manpower from time to time. Now was there a short time anyway before the Union fell and they finally left. Not much more than that to my time there. Alright, that's all I need to confirm. Takes another sip of his drink, then glances at me sideways. Where did you find that photo anyway? Sorry, can't disclose my sources. Of course, you and your secrets. There's an edge to his voice now. Excuse me? You heard me. Poking your nose in other people's business while keeping yours tucked away and hidden. Bernard, it's my job. Remember what you told me back then? Why you left everything behind in Warsaw to come here? Said you wanted to let go of your past, start fresh. I did. Are you any happier in this job now? So you're saying I should call it quits? No, not at all. No, you're too stubborn for that. I just don't think this is a fresh start you wanted. You did say I'm doing a lot better now. Bernard pauses, pinching his forehead. You realize how cursed this town is? Cursed? I tap my fingers against the glass. Raymond said the exact same thing. Perhaps it was Bernard who put that idea in his head. All these people missing. Always the one who go out looking for trouble in the first place. I appreciate your concern, but I don't believe in superstitions, nor am I looking for trouble. And what about your partner? Clench my fist around the glass as I feel myself getting angry. Just don't say I didn't warn you. I'd hate if anything happened to you. My ringing phone breaks the tense silence. Igor? Marcus, I'm at the station. You coming? Check the time. It's already 1:30. Yeah, just wrapping things up. Be there in half an hour. I end the call. Sorry, Bernard. I really got it. It's fine, pup. Sorry if I came off a bit overbearing. He hangs his head low. All I'm trying to say is, just be careful. Sounds genuine. Bernard just has a way of pushing my buttons sometimes. Nah, I get it. I should have also been a better friend to you. Yeah, we're all just trying our best. Thanks, Bernard. Also, how much was the... What? No, I'll only charge you when I'm poor and one for you at the bar. Then I should drink her more often. Cheapskate. Think my profession earns me a six-figure income? Well, every dog has its day. Take care, pup. You too, Bernard. Oh my god. The afternoon is unassuming. A perfect day for a stroll outside. Unfortunately, I have something else on my agenda. Pull over near a gentle curve in the road, right behind Igor's police car. Marcin's driveway is just in front of us. Igor notices me pulling in and steps out onto the pavement. Turning off the engine, I step out to meet him. So, why are we visiting this witness? Igor crosses his arms. Didn't you notice anything about Marcin's testimony? About the missing students? Yeah. Nothing jumps out. His account matches what the camp store owner said. Almost too close, yet Tom managed to find a glaring inconsistency in his story. Which was, like how he heard what the student couple were arguing about at the gas station. Thing is, he claimed he was inside the store at the time while they were outside. Igor pauses, pinching the base of his right ear. Are you saying you just made it up? Why would he lie? That's what we're here to find out. So you got a plan to get him talk? Not really. Let's just knock and see how he reacts. Igor nods firmly. We walk towards his front door, and Igor presses the doorbell. Who is that? The cat notices me first, but as his eyes shift to Igor, his expression sours. Seriously? Igor pulls out his badge. Marcin bends down a little to inspect it for a moment. Igor Burov. Yastrovie PD. Good afternoon, Marcin. My name is Marcus Waldner, private investigator. As he leans against the doorframe, Marcin looks calm if unamused at the intrusion. So, do you need anything? Yes, we'd like to ask you about what you saw at the gas station regarding the 4 missing students. Marcin grits his teeth. That thing again? Didn't you already get my statement? His annoyance is understandable enough. It's been a year, after all. Yes, but we'd like to clarify something if you don't mind. Thor? He begins to straighten his posture, eyes focused on Igor. So where were you at the time? Inside the store at the till? Duh. Okay, and you said that the cougar and collie couple were arguing? Yeah, something about breaking up. He seems confident about that, almost too cocky. Maybe, now's a chance for me to start poking out a story. Sure you heard them clearly? You were indoors, right? And you said that they were still outside. Of course I'm not deaf! They were... Marcin goes mum, realizing his words are finally catching up to him. He leans back slightly. I mean, it looked as if they were fighting about their relationship, and... But when you gave out your first account, you said you clearly heard them say... They were yelling! I caught a few words! A few? Then how did you know they were a couple? I told you they were yelling! Who cares anyway? How many times am I going to be asked about the fit? That bar was happy enough with my statement last time, but you cops are always trying to twist our words because you're desperate and can't find the real culprit, eh? Well, I'm done. Next time, talk to my lawyer. Marcin slams the door shut. We stand silent for a moment before Igor slowly backs away from the door and starts walking back to his police car. I proceed to follow him from behind. What do you think about all this? Well, something's definitely off, but it's not enough to move forward yet. Should I push for a warrant? No, his mouth is sealed. It won't blurt out anything else after this. Did Boris deal with him last time? I suppose I can ask him about it. No need for now. We stopped near his car. I clutched my waist as my right foot begins tapping the ground. Hey, Igor. Yeah? You think you could keep an eye out on him for a few days? What for? Just a hunch I have. Are you sure you're not getting paranoid? Maybe, but I feel like watching Marcin could give us some clues. Sure, it's not like I have a wife and 2 daughters at home to look after. Oh, well, in that case, I'm just kidding. They don't need babysitting. They're graduating high school next year. But first, I need to get back to the station and file this. One more thing. I'd like to chat with Mrs. Novak if possible. Can you clear it with Agata for me? Sure thing. You take care, detective. You too, Igor. Igor walks back into his car and starts the engine. As he drives away, I light the cigarette from my pocket. The action is pure habit, even if I don't feel like smoking at the moment. Take a drag anyways. I let my mind wander back to the exchange we just had. Still clueless about what Marcin's hiding, but I have a feeling it's not on his own initiative. And it's only a matter of time before the cracks give way. Why you always lying? Why? The bus ride back to Otto's place is a pleasant one. The hum of the engine, the rhythmic sway of the vehicle almost lull me into a light sleep. Otto pats me on the shoulder to bring me out of my daze as we arrive at our stop. The sweet aroma of the fruitcake Mrs. Ogiński baked fills the air as I carry it back to Otto's place. After another 10 minutes of walking, we arrive at his door. Oh, where's my keys? Aw, come on, Otto. Can't you be an idiot later? They gotta be in one of your many trouser pockets. Otto pats himself down. His hand pauses as he seemingly finds something near his right butt cheek. Ah, there it is. He digs into his pocket and pulls out the key before crouching slightly to fit it into the keyhole. As he's about to turn out, I notice another shadow stretching across the sidewalk in my peripheral vision. Tall, lanky, growing larger and larger as a set of slow, deliberate footsteps approaches us from behind, crunching the gravel underneath. Otto and I both turn around. A familiar, ominous-looking eagle stands before us. Long time no see. The eagle cocks his head in my direction, visibly surprised. I remember you out of the woods, pussycat. What is you talking about, Tom? I shrug at Otto, pretending to be clueless about what the eagle just said. But you weren't really there for a hookup, were you? You were trying to snoop around in Coamino. Maybe you brought your friends along, eh? Steps closer. Otto brushes past me to put himself between me and the eagle. His brows furrows. My tail flicks. Boss recognized you from my description. His words send a cold pit down my stomach. But before I can process it further, he shifts his focus. Although you're not why I'm here. You got bills to pay, big guy. Otto stiffens as the fur on his back stands on end. Just give me one more week. The eagle spits on the ground near Otto's feet. You think I'm playing games with you? The eagle starts cracking his knuckles one by one, an ominous glint in his eyes. I need to do something. Wait! He snaps his head in my direction, his gaze narrowing. Here. Hand him the cash Marcus gave me. Grabs the bills and begins counting them. Slowly as he chuckles rumbles from his throat. You think this is enough? That's all we have. Not really. He smirks, tapping the wad of cash against his palm. You could help out your friend. I don't dare to ask him how. I don't know why, but my boss would love to meet you. No, thank you. His cocky grin vanishes. Well, in that case, I'll just have to teach you guys a lesson. Reaches down and grabs a piece of broken fence, slapping it against his palm. The sharp rhythmic sound sends a jolt through my body. Otto, meanwhile, adopts a defensive stance, raising his arms to guard his face. Shit, this does not look good. Fucking extortion. Hide behind our boyfriend or defend our boyfriend. Yeah, on one hand, Otto's the better person. However, he is the target. Fine, I'm saving. Both lead to the same result, us getting the shit beaten out of us. Well, in that case, without thinking, a step forward, shoving Otto back. The eagle lifts the plank high. I instinctively raise my hand to guard myself. I brace myself for the inevitable impact. What's Anna's voice? I gotta, hey, asshole! Huh?
Oh, shit. Huh? Huh. The eagle struggles to yank himself free, but Anna's strength dominates him. With a sharp shove, she sends him rolling off into the dirt. He scrambles back to his feet, dusting himself off, clearly caught completely off guard. What the hell do you think you're doing here?
I'd like to ask you the same question, girlie.
Better fuck off before I break your hands for good. The eagle begins to step closer, but Anna bares her fangs and snarls, which stops him dead in his tracks.
You're lucky I don't hit girls.
Just admit you chickened out, bird brain. His right eye twitches, but he says nothing. Instead, he turns away sharply and walks away, seemingly headed towards a motorbike parked some distance away down the street. He pauses to glare at Otto.
See you again soon, big guy. Make sure you got your payment.
With that, he speeds off into the evening. Silence hangs in the air before Anna finally turns to us, arms crossed. In response, I raise the cake I'm holding up towards her. Surprise!
You did what?
I didn't have any choice. Bullshit! Well, you don't own a company with dozens of workers under you.
So what? Does that make it okay for you to sell my shop to them?
I wasn't planning to.
What about Tom? Didn't you think about what could have happened if they did anything to him?
Anna's voice cuts through the air like a sharp blade. Otto, standing his ground, clenches his fist in frustration. Such a trademark of the Ogińskis at this point, fiery arguments that rattle the very walls around them. Meanwhile, I retreat into the living room, my ears twitching occasionally as the argument unfolds. I focus on the slightly muted TV in front of me, knowing I have nothing to contribute to their talk. Hey. Turn my head to see Selena. Is that how you pronounce it? Selena, yeah. Anna's girlfriend plopping down beside me. Hey, Selena. How's it called? Fast. It was... Selena's eyes light up over my question. Awesome! We got to meet Legion of the Damned members, and we couldn't stop headbanging like maniacs through the whole concert. She leans forward, ears perked, clearly still riding the high from the festival. Anna bought a bunch of merchandise, bracelets, t-shirts, and of course they don't call it a cult fest for nothing. That's some occult shit happening. I nod. You know, talisman stalls, demonology exhibition, rune-making workshop. Oh, that was my favorite. We made protecting runes for each other. That's cool. I could use one myself. Try to focus on my conversation with Selena, but it's really hard when there's a riot going on close to us. We went to Amsterdam after that. Oh, you need to go there with us someday. It's so fun to just ride bikes in the city. And surprisingly, they have decent food, too. Have you tried... Reisafil? Not really. I shake my head, a little smile tugging at my lips. Oh, you have to try it. They bring out like 20 different dishes, and you can gorge on everything. Also, Selena suddenly stops mid-sentence. Her eyes dilate, and her cheeks flush as she looks at me. She quickly covers her mouth. Anna sure is tearing Otto apart. I feel bad for him. They're both tearing each other apart in a way. Selena laughs. Well, I guess we just leave them to it. How about you, Tom? Hope Anna didn't leave you drowning in work at the shop. Nah, working at the shop wasn't the worst thing. Oh, right, I remember you got rescued from the woods a few days ago. How did you... sorry, heard about what happened from Anna's mom. Figures, the whole town probably knows by now. Before Selena can respond, a familiar voice calls out from the kitchen. Hey, Tom. I look up to see Anna walking over, smile having replaced the stormy expression from earlier. The argument seems to have died down, for now. Hey, Anna. Selena was just telling me about your trip to a cult fest. Yeah, it was fun. She joins us on the couch, stretching her arms behind her head. But I am low-key worried about you, Tom. Oh, is it about me getting lost in the woods? I'm fine now. Anna sighs. Oh, Tom, you're such a horrible liar. Okay, I've not been doing so great lately. Maybe I'll tell you after we eat your mom's fruitcake. Fine, I am feeling rather hungry. Anna stretches her neck towards the kitchen.
Otto, are you done cutting the cake?
Yes! Shortly, Otto comes to the living room with a plate of sliced fruitcakes. Oh, he is so mad. He is so mad right now. Are you two okay? For now, I'll give my brother a piece of my mind. Plus, I don't want to ruin the surprise party you guys planned for us. Well, you did ruin it by arriving an hour early. Sheesh, imagine what would have happened if I arrived a minute later. Otto silently nods. It sounded like the whole roof was going to collapse. Oh, did it, dear? Anna playfully nibbles on Selena's ear while tickling her. Babe, stop it. Is that the lesbian flag in the cake? That's the lesbian flag in the cake. I love it. This entire situation is glorious. Fortunately, nobody dwells on what happened when Anna arrived, and instead we all enjoy Mrs. Ogiński's fruit cake while chatting about our lives. Briefly go to the kitchen to fetch the colorful fizzy drinks that we bought earlier. Otto ends up eating most of the cake. No surprise there, he loves his sweets. So, Tom. Yeah? You're gonna tell me what's been bothering you lately. Take a deep breath. You see, I think I have a stalker. Let out a hollow chuckle. Anna frowns a little, pondering for a moment before pinching her chin and raising her eyebrows. That's no laughing matter. It's serious. Don't worry! Marcus is on it. Everyone looks at me with worry. There's an awkward silence until Anna breaks it with a question. Want to do a tarot reading? For what? Well, maybe we can figure out your stalker's deal. I've only seen Anna do tarot readings for customers at her shop, but I've never tried it myself. You should do it. Trust me, it'll be fun. Most of the customers who come for a tarot reading have all kinds of problems. Usually they're people mourning the loss of loved ones or just superstitions to begin with. Still, who am I to judge how people cope with life's tragedies? I'm not exactly doing great myself. Remember once a female ram came to Anna for advice after losing her husband. She looked so distraught. I could hear her sobbing and whimpering from the other side of the store while I was busy scanning items at the till. But a few weeks later, I saw her again, smiling this time as if nothing had ever happened. When I asked Anna about it, she said she didn't take any credit. She simply laid out the cards. It was up to the ram to decide her own path. Whatever Anna told her, though, clearly helped her come to terms with them feelings. And after a while, I found out she had proposed to someone she had started seeing, and he said yes. I doubt it would have anything close to that effect on me. I'm also not a superstitious person either. Maybe I'll humor her just this once. Besides, I don't want to be a party pooper. I sigh. Sure, why not? Right, Saloon and I will set up the table for the ritual. Can I stay, or... You know how personal the questions are, Otto! I don't think Tom would be comfortable answering them if you're near. Right, Tom? I nod slightly, shooting an apologetic look at Otto. Ah, don't worry, Otto, it won't take long, we promise. Okay, then I'll be waiting in my room. Otto heads out of the room, closing the door behind him. Right, now let's set things up. Wait, I know the game isn't that long right now, but how much is left in it? Because I don't want to, like, stop and then immediately and then, like, the next day only have, like, a 2-minute stream. Yeah, because I know that the game isn't too long right now. The girls are swift in their preparations. As they finish up, Anna lights a candle in the middle of the dimly lit living room. Is this necessary? If you want to detect any spiritual presence or energy, you need to eliminate as many disturbances as possible. Fair enough. And not only that, Selena takes out a card and flips it over, showing me the back. Oh, they glow in the dark. Yep, we got them custom made by an artist at the Occult Fest. Cool, huh? So, how do we do this? I'll shuffle the deck and lay out 5 cards. Pick 3 out of the 5 and we'll see what they reveal. Sounds easy enough. Before we start, let's clear our thoughts. Take a deep breath for 4 seconds and hold it for 4 seconds before exhaling for another 4. Okay. Oh, wait. Oh. Huh. That's neat. That's actually very neat. Girl, you need a shot of B12. How are you feeling? Do you want to give that another try? No. Nah, I'm good. Let's carry on. Anna shuffles the cards and places 5 on the coffee table facing down. We call upon the unseen and the knowing to guide us throughout this reading. We seek to understand the cause of our worries and the truths hidden in the shadows. Protect us from deception and ill intent. Okay, Tom, pick 3 cards. I blink, feeling a strange tingle in the back of my head as I stare at the glowing cards. Hopefully it's not another headache. Take your time to choose. No takesies backsies. Huh.
shiny. This one's pretty shiny. Judgment. Yeah, I'm picking the shiniest ones. Judgment. The moon. And this one. The tower, upside down. Your first card is Judgment. That sounds ominous. Not necessarily. It's about reflection, awakening, kind of reckoning. Reckoning? Like karma? Sort of, but it's more about looking inward. This card urges you to reflect on your motivations, why you're pursuing something. Pursuing? Yeah, like, is there something you're striving for, something that keeps you going? I pause, mulling over her words. Something that keeps me going. The question lingers, nudging at something deeper. Well, right now I'm trying to solve Camille's disappearance and help Raymond find his brother. Raymond? The tiger bartender? You know him? Yeah, we grab breakfast at Gruber and the Edge Veg sometimes. His nasi lemak is seriously good. Anna clears her throat. Anyway, back to the reading. Maybe take a moment to think about what truly drives you to solve these cases. Her words settle over me like a weight. What is it that pushes me forward? I'm gonna say for closure. I want to know what happened to my mom. I see. Whatever your motivation is, it's important to reflect on it, because in the end, it might shape the choices you make. Okay, let's move on. Did you say something? What? No. What's wrong? It's nothing, let's proceed. Your second card is the moon. This card speaks to your subconscious, your imagination. It can also represent illusion, uncertainty, times when things aren't as clear as they seem. So, basically, this tarot reading itself is confusing. Selena chuckles under her breath, but Anna remains patient. What I mean is, this card suggests that you may be facing a situation where the truth is obscured, where facts and assumptions blur together, making it hard to see things for what they truly are. I glance at the card again. The eerie glow of the moon reminds me of my own investigation, how every lead I follow only seems to unravel into more questions. More dead ends. Yeah, my case keeps leading me in circles. The more I dig, the less I seem to understand. Then maybe this is the time to trust yourself, not just the facts, but your instincts as well. Her words hang in the air, and I let them sink in. How much of my investigation has been guided by logic? How often have I instead been led by a gut feeling I couldn't explain? Ooh. Yeah. Yeah, I think my instincts have been right before. Maybe I should trust them more. Intuition can be powerful, but it's also easy to mistake fear for instinct. Just don't let emotions cloud your judgment. I'll keep that in mind. Okay, let's move on to the third card, the last one. As Anna examines the last one, I briefly turn my head and squeeze my eyes shut. I've definitely got a headache building up. Selena, meanwhile, seems to be staring off into the distance, looking distracted. Your third card is the tower. Anna looks at the card again, her eyes narrowing as she tilts it slightly. It's reversed. And that means... She exhales. It means you've narrowly avoided disaster. That sounds like a good thing, right? In a way, but a reversed tower can also mean you're delaying the inevitable, trying to hold things together when they're already set to collapse. The words settle uncomfortably in my chest. Delaying the inevitable? What am I avoiding? So, what? You're saying something's coming for me? Anna shrugs, but doesn't confirm or deny it outright. I'm saying that whatever's coming, you need to be ready to face it. I swallow hard, my fingers tightening slightly around the edge of the table. Strange feeling creeps up my spine like something lurking just outside my vision, waiting for the right moment to step into the light. So what, or who, is coming for me? A different thought creeps in, one I've been trying to push away. Whatever's in the woods. I'm ready for it. Or at least I have to be. Although as I think that, it's almost as if an odd sound appears at the edge of my hearing. Anna tilts her head slightly, considering my answer. If you're ready, then trust yourself. Just don't let readiness turn into recklessness. A shiver runs through me. I don't know what's out there, but something tells me I won't be able to ignore it much longer. The tower card still sits on the table between us, an omen.
We thank the spirits for your guidance. We humbly ask for any spirit with us to return to your respective abode. Anna then blows out the candle, leaving a trail of wispy smoke on its wick. So, how do you feel? Well, I don't think I feel much of anything, but it did make me consider a lot of things. That's good to hear. By the way, we're going to my mom's house soon. Do you want to stay here with Otto, or do you want to go home? Because we can drive you. I wouldn't mind spending some more time with Otto tonight. Sure thing, I'm going to take a toilet break. Anna gets up to her feet and goes to the toilet, leaving just Selena and me. I had fun. It's a bit spooky, but I think it went well. I nod. Tom? Yeah? Her expression is frozen, her eyes locked onto the candle. The candle? It's glowing! Turn towards it. Sure enough, a tiny flame flickers on top of the wax, yet its light barely reaches the edge of the room. A chill creeps up my spine as I try to blow it out, but... Tom? What's that? Her voice trembles. I follow her gaze and look up. Above us, a swirling mass of darkness turns like a storm cloud, its shape shifting like an eye staring us down. No way I'm imagining this. Selena sees it too. Oh, that's some echo-level bullshit. The whole room begins to spin, the walls bending, twisting. My head, it's getting heavier and heavier. Tom. Fuck. Tom! Yeah, sure, just kick us in the balls and then leave us with a cliffhanger. I'm not okay. Oh, hey, I recognize that bear. Nah, I don't think it'll change anything. I already saved. The save, it's fucked. So I am kind of curious what they are. Nah, I'm good. Let's carry on. Anna shuffles the cards and places 5 on the coffee table, facing down. We call upon the unseen and the knowing to guide us throughout this reading. We seek to understand the cause of our worries and the truths hidden in the shadows. Protect us from deception and ill intent. Okay, Tom, pick 3 cards. I blink, feeling a strange tingle in the back of my head as I stare at the glowing cards. Hopefully it's not another headache. Take your time to choose. No takesies backsies. Your first card is the moon. It doesn't look like there's much difference. Yeah, it doesn't look like there's much difference. Well, for the VOD, stay safe, have a good night, and I will see you all tomorrow.